Hello, welcome to Train Simulator Classic. I know I've been doing Train Sim World 5 a lot lately, but I've decided that I'm going to do a sort of tour that uses some of the routes on Train Sim Classic, using one train, which is going to be the Royal Train. I'm going to start Birmingham New Street, going to London Euston today. Tomorrow, it'll be from Euston to Rugby. Won't be as long as today's run, but it'll all be set after each bit so that we build a tour going starting in Birmingham, probably ending up in Glasgow, using as many routes that interconnect as possible. See how far along I can make this Royal Train go. It will be the same set each time, just to give basically a Railtour series. I'm not doing any of the steam engines just yet. I want to actually just see if it's possible using the diesel, hence using the Royal Train, because it's not something that happens frequently. Now, we're starting in New Street. We have a green signal to show you the train. Know what I'm driving. Set it so that looking forwards. Release the brakes. Wait for the doors to shut. Okay, in real life they wouldn't use the Royal Train set on a Railtour because it's, as it said, Royal Train. I'm doing it because it's an easier one to use. The mouse cursor. And leave New Street. We've got 112 miles. And we're going to London Euston, platform 3 on Birmingham New Street. So, make sure I stay within the speed limit while we leave, and watch for any signals. There's a Pendolino coming in, an Avanti West Coast delivery. We have to go up to 30 miles an hour once the train's fully past the 30 board, and it'll be up to 40. I think maximum line speed on this line is 125, which I'll turn the cab lights on. This train can do 125. There is a thing up there that says max speed, but you can't see it in the top. Stop and going uphill. I didn't notice. See the end of the tunnel ahead. There we go, we're speeding up again. It's a 1 in 8. One in 88 according to Hunter. Feels steeper than that. But we get up to 40 as we get up to the top of Proof House Junction. 1 in 44 now. That is quite steep. And as with the other version, there it is, that's Curzon Street, that big yellow building that's directly behind the engine in this view. That's where High Speed 2 will be going to eventually. Oh, we're speeding. Eventually. And I'm not too worried about speeding on this. It is just a free roam effectively. It's a quick drive. There are other services with quick drive. Just doesn't have a timetable. It's due to take just under an hour and a half to do this. So we're just going straight through all of the different stations to London, taking whichever member of the royal family back to London after a visit to Birmingham. It's the Birmingham branch of West Coast Mainline first. Diverts or leaves Trent Valley, which is the older bit, at Stafford, heads through Wolverhampton, Birmingham, Stetchford, which is the next stop, Birmingham International and the NEC, Coventry, and back to Rugby, where it rejoins the older section. The older section is 4-track. The Birmingham section is 2-track. So you can tell which is the proper route, can't you? And through Stetchford. Just under 100 miles an hour. There's another Pendolino, short one. Still back down to 2-track. 110 mile an hour here. So don't mind accelerating. Make sure I keep an eye on the speed limit on that with the bottom, even though I could just drive like that and do it a bit more realistic. I don't know what the line speed is, so I'll leave that on. 100 mile an hour section coming up after Marston Green. I don't know if there's any level crossings on this bit. Wouldn't be surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't. still within the suburbs of Birmingham, Marston Green. Running 400 mile an hour board, which is where I'm supposed to on 13. I've got a horn for people on the platform. In real life, you wouldn't get Royal Train going without something ahead of it. Make sure the line's clear. And, well, you can't do that in train simulators. So, I'm doing it as in imagining that there is a light engine a couple of miles ahead, and the line is clear. Just approaching Birmingham International, which is where Birmingham International Airport and the NEC are. Good job we weren't going onto the line to the left there, because that would have been a bit bad at this speed. The station. The NEC is just over there. The airport is just over there. Now we just keep going until gone through Coventry. After Coventry it's Rugby, then Milton Keynes, then Watford Junction, London. We've done 10 miles, nearly. So, speed up a bit again. 110 mile an hour speed limit here. It's south of Rugby that we can go up to 125, I think. Arden. I don't know. Okay, this is set in spring, so why is there... That was a Voyager. Why is crops yellow if it's set in spring? Best. Try and stay as close to 110 without going over it. Aiming to. Just over 101 miles to and there's a speed restriction at Birksville. So I'll just let you go down and get to 100 at a nice gentle rate. There's some slightly higher bends. I've been on this bit of line. I don't realise how relatively slow it is when you're on it. It does feel slower than the Trent Valley line, which is the one I live inside. Bit and get that down to 99. Birksville. A very long platform, is it? Almost like Atherston, Rugeley, Trent Valley, both of which are short platforms. at 99.9 miles an hour. So we can go back up to 210. Doesn't like that, so must be loading something in. By the Hill Tunnel. That's the bridge. Going at safe speeds. What I need to do. Overall. Don't know how long it will take to get to Coventry. I honestly can't remember how many stops there is between. Oh, Canley is the edge of Coventry, so getting close to Coventry. Again, and of course it's up. Why does it do that? I like being oh, it's even slower. That must be Coventry. 81 an hour. Yep, that's Coventry. Start slowing down so that we're not speeding through Coventry. The Nuneaton line and the Leamington line that both diverge at Coventry. That's probably why there's the 80 mile speed limit. Concentrating on speed. Oop, wrong way. Go. A little bit of throttle. That's the Nuneaton line. Any trains in the platforms? No. Trains from Nuneaton to Warwick and Leamington would be all the way over there, and then they go off that way because that's towards Warwick and Leamington. And I got to 125. So a good bit of speed at last. 93 and a bit miles. Don't know. About an hour and 6 minutes display on probably less than that, so I'm going to be going as close to the 25 as this will get me. There you go, maximum speed of 25 miles an hour. Next station should be Rugby. able to get up to speed a lot quicker on an electric. So I just fancied doing something with a special train. Do as many of the routes as I've got with this train. So this one, and I'll do switch West Coast Mainline south. Go, well, this is West Coast Mainline south. Go to Rugby. The next video in the series. And from Rugby to Stafford along West Coast Mainline Trent Valley. Not sure if I've got a route that goes from Stafford north. That's not always available, unfortunately. So that might just be missed. Reached 25 miles an hour. Just stop with it. Have to look at what routes I've got as to whether there is any that needs it. North of Stafford. The aim is to do one that goes on as many British routes that are in a way interconnected, even if it's just sharing the station if possible. Glasgow to Carlisle, Carlisle to Settle. Not sure if there's a route from Settle. I know there's Birmingham Snow Hill to London Marylebone, Railtour Mainline. There's Birmingham Cross City, which I could have done, which build to New Street to Euston, Euston to Rugby, Stafford. Coming up, so I'm going to stop the brakes. That must be coming up to Rugby now. Probably tell I'm waffling while I'm thinking what routes can be combined into one long Railtour type thing. I don't know why it's buzzing at me when I'm... Oh, it's because it's yellows. 75. This is Rugby. And down there, that's the Trent Valley line. We're going over at the moment. So we've got yellows. Not got a red, that's them. Down to speed. And looks like we've got green. Should have green. Just a second. I've been mistroke. find out what the signal's doing before I scream. Just hour through the station. Head down to London. 82.4 miles. We're now going under the slow lines. Remain on the fast. Hill Norton Junction. Up fast. There's the crossover to get from fast lines to slow lines. Vice versa. We just go 81 miles to London, slowly increasing speed as we go along. Yeah, we'll try. This end we've got Jubilee. The other end we've got Worldwide. West. So away from the slow launch for a bit. Get that way in a short while. Into a tunnel, it's got 110 miles an hour speed. Down to 110. Go. Tunnel. Throttle a little bit less warranted. Quite a bit of a tunnel between Rugby and Milton Keynes is Watford Gap, where West Coast Mainline, the Grand Union Canal and the M1 all really close to each other. Go back to again. Not sure exactly where on this route Watford Gap is. I don't think it lists it. All I do know is probably see the M1 on the left. Where the line is. As you can tell, I am trying to keep within the speed limit. Better to stay within the speed limit, stay safe, than to go outside of it. There's the M1. So this is around Watford Gap area. West Coast train. There's the canal, have a look at it. Is that a road? There's the canal. That's Watford Gap. Grand Union Canal. That is where all three forms of transport, historic and modern, all right next to each other. Not something you think about when you're on the motorway, unless you see the sign that says Watford Gap Services. Now the railway pulls away from the motorway for a bit. Now stays near the motorway, near the railway. Now started in Birmingham, goes all the way down to London. In time the canals for the motorway of Britain. 2 past to go. Maybe I should look at the speedo rather than the scenery. That's a tight bend on the canal. Don't know if we've got a tunnel. Oh. This route has got quite a lot of detail. Which is quite good for a game of this age. I think that's a tunnel ahead, so view while we're in the tunnel. I've got 67 miles till London. Shouldn't be double Voyager. Making up time, 2 minutes earlier getting into London now than was we left when we left Coventry. Made up 4 minutes. Partly because I'm speeding. Bit naughty of me, but as long as I'm as close to the speed limit and not over it by a lot, I'll be able. Get into London. I know that the time from Milton Keynes to London is 40 minutes. That's slowing down, stopping at Milton Keynes and then going in an electric. So we'll see. Got 46 minutes here. So, doing this as a series of years of this special tour is better than put it all in one go. Still going at 96 instead of 5. That would be a work siding. I have been on this bit of the line previously. I'm going down to Milton Keynes from other railway stations. Bit between Rugby and Milton Keynes is quite long, if you think about it. It's 17 minutes on a class 350. Here's the slug lines coming back. The footing that is modelled by, or has been modelled by the Railnuts team on making tracks 4. I've done a bit of compression there. Putting that cutting next to Watford Junction instead of between Rugby and Milton Keynes. I think that's Stowe cutting, something like that. Fascinating cutting. It's held up by those steel girders. Don't really want it collapsing on the train. Now I've got the slow line next to us. I'll stop on 20. Notice we're busy talking about putting like fine on slow, like passing. The thing about these big drives, it randomly does trains. No guarantee that there will be usually passing trains in the opposite direction. At the moment, I haven't passed a freight at all. There's a local service. 2 class 350s up, making an 8-car train. They're limited to anyway. Should be getting relatively close to Milton Keynes now. See shortly. It's an abandoned station. Like Polesworth. Polesworth, what's known as a Parliament station. Got a parliamentary train. Once a day, the train stops at Polesworth. It's a silly time, and it's only trains that are running from Northland or there. Wolverton is the next station we'll be going through. So I don't know. Apart from what things that is. Let's go back to the starting to... There we go, there's a train. Sitting in Wolf. Leaving it. Just wondering line misses Milton Keynes. No, there's Milton Keynes. Okay. Looks like Milton Keynes signal is red. There might be a train in Milton Keynes on the slow line. We just go straight through. It's where West Coast Mainline south on Fencing Road finishes. So we'll be on a line that we've done in a more up-to-date sim. But it's a bit of this particular route, I haven't done that. Through Milton Keynes. There's a train in the platform, well there was, I'm past it. A lorry. The lorry was speeding. Just the other side of that is the A5. Reason it's showing as a canal. Why is the canal there? Where's the actual slow movement? We're a local train. Slowing down for Milton Keynes. I can't understand why there's a canal where the A5 would be. Look up. I'm going to external camera to have a look. Actually, not far from this point is where the first modern programmable computer was built and programmed. Work of some very, very talented people. Alan Turing being one. Thanks to him and his colleagues that we have computers that we can play games on. That includes the consoles. Without Colossus, first modern programmable computer, wouldn't have anything like PlayStation, the Xbox, Nintendo Switch, anything like that. Just be punch cards and automatic looms. There's a lot of local trains on this section. That's not very prototypical. Could be 2 an hour. Real life. 1 an hour on the Trent Valley line. 1 an hour on the Birmingham line. Weird seeing them so frequently. It should actually be freights more frequently than passenger trains. Oh. 110 mile an hour speed limit coming up. That should be the A5. Looks like it is actually. It's coasting down to 110, hopefully. Yes, that is the A5. So there's no cars. That is a weird sight. A5 with no cars. Okay, I'm going a little bit too quick for this. Speed restriction. Go. 10. Bends are a little bit tighter than you'd expect, or you'd want for high speed running. Got Leighton Buzzard Tunnel, which is two track, no, on 2 track. 2 single track doors. Okay. Nearly at Leighton Buzzard, which is a nice little narrow gauge railway. Warmer sand. Line. Power. Another Voyager. And power National Grid power line. Those power lines are being buried now to try and reduce the visual impact. That's a lot of money to do, but it's supposed to make it a lot better. Places I know that are doing it national parks and sites of special scientific interest, places like that. They're having those power towers and the lines will sort of spoil the views. We now have 37 miles to go. I think we're just coasting a bit. Paddington. The station that NWR doesn't serve. Leighton Buzzard gets served by NWR. Milton Keynes, Rugby, Nuneaton, Atherstone, Tamworth, Rugeley, Lichfield, Rugeley, Stafford, Crewe. That's the London North Western. Don't know if West Midlands trains do the stations between Milton Keynes and Euston or not. It was only served by LNWR from Kent Valley Line, 2 trains each day. Like there is a training section on the slope. Flashing yellows. Either that or the line goes down to 2 track. I don't think it does. I don't remember it doing so on the Fencing World 4 version. String. So I'm not sure if who serves these stations. Just know that London North Western doesn't. Get an activity or a scenario where you're driving a 350 and stopping at all these stations. Go London Euston, Milton Keynes, Rugby, Nuneaton, Atherstone, Lichfield, Rugeley, Trent Valley, Stafford, Crewe. That's the normal 350 diagram on the Trent Valley Line. How much? Got 30 miles. So it should be about 15 or so minutes, but we've got the speed checks. Speed limit alteration as we go through into London anyway, so about 25 minutes. Hampstead Tunnel. Deliberately slowing down because we've got 115 through Berkhamsted. We don't want to be speeding. Yep. I'll put a bit more power into the throttle. There's the station. As we go through. Strangely, given the age of the game, this route's got a bit more detail and places than the Trainsim World 5 route. Then the Trainsim World route came out with Trainsim World 2, which is about the same time as this came out on Trainsim Classic. So it's a bit odd seeing the extra detail, like all the neutral sections on the overhead fully modelled on this, but not modelled as well on fencing wall. It's weird. Even the bodies of water have better reflections in places. Considering the length of this route, the amount of detail is quite good. On Hempstead, which is where the first of the Martians arrive in War of the Worlds book. How many people realise that Hempstead Heath is where the narrator first encounters the cylinder. Hempstead Heath, even. Well, Hempstead is just down the road from where the first cylinder was. Obviously, going around this speed. According to HUD, we've got 20 minutes. Queens Langley. Even the wind turbine is animated on this. Get a few things on this that you don't get with Fencing World. Fencing World, the wind turbine isn't animated. So for an older game, it's got more going on. Still haven't passed the train that was on the slope. And I'm deliberately coasting because I want to be down at 10 by the time I get to that speed limit change. Or maybe not. Go. And stick at right speed. Here's the tunnel. Don't know whether we're going up or down at the moment. Can't actually tell. Because there's one in 1038. At the junction next. That's where we start running alongside the Metropolitan line of the London Underground. In days of old, would have been trains go on to the underground platforms and the loco would be changed, which is what the junction. Now next to the Metropolitan line. There's the old junction. Temporarily moves away. Comes up on the route list for this as DC line. Here's the DC line. This is AC. A little bit of throttle power. Going back up to 25 section. And there's the underground. Now just have 15.5 miles. 15.5 miles. And we're in London. Should be the end of this drive. Don't know when speed limit changes again. I'm keeping an eye on that. That should be at the bottom. I don't want to be going way too fast. I think it's just before we get to Wembley. Start getting major speed limit changes. That's Harrow and Wilden. Oh, we're going to hit Harrow and Wealdstone. Back in the 50s there was a really massive derailment there. Might even be in the 40s. Shortly after BR was formed. Nowadays it's a shadow of its former self, really. It's a nice station. Now it just looks like a modern, any other modern station. Historic buildings around. Oh, there's another S350. And there's one of the DC trains going the same direction as us. Going into whatever station that is. There's another one in the other line. First time I've seen a train on that line. In Trains in the World it runs London Underground stop on there. Now look at the track. It's 4 rails, so yeah, it's underground. Just also runs those on the overground lines. So we're at Wembley. 8.5 miles. London Euston. Fencing World has speed at 110 through here. Now it's saying going down to 110 in on the 3rd miles. There's all the sidings. Fencing World gets populated with Pendolinos and 350s and loads of other things. My laptop doesn't work. The DC line is now on the other side. So he's over there. I actually managed to get to the 110 mile an hour bit without being excessively fast, without having to apply the brakes. That's good. Trying to. There's Wembley Freight Yard. Trying to keep an eye out for there. There we go. 85. I'm starting to reach the speed limits now. I mean, we're only 5 and a bit miles from London now. The underground line is now on the left. Start slowing down. Get down to below 85 before the speed limit change. There's another overground trains. So I'm going to try and get down to about 50. Most of the way now. Auto signal, it's a warning because of the speed limit change as well. We've got green, but it will still beep. Speed down. Around 50. The engine idling, it almost sounds like we're on electric rather than a diesel. But the tunnel goes through. A bit more weight to bring it down by 50. Just a little bit before we get to London Approach. under 2 miles. Ooh, echoey. 50 board. And we're going straight over. Line A. So, come on. Just go to the bottom of the lines. That. About that. Put down to 25. No more signals now until we get to the red buffers. And 5. Now we just coast. Okay, don't just coast. We'll go down to 15. Miles an hour. Wouldn't normally see a small train like this going into one platform. And we'd normally get a lot more trains in rather than just me. But yeah. Those two, but not that. How am I? Ooh, that's perfect. Equal up to the top. And that is the end of part 1 of this video. Hope that you've enjoyed it and that you're going to come back for part 2. And well, part 2 will be London Euston to Rugby, so it won't be as long, But until then, be seeing you.